All right, welcome into Jammin' Sports, everybody, on this Wednesday evening. As we have baseball for you tonight, it's game number 2 of the National League Wildcard between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Reds. The Giants have a 1-0 lead in the series, and they can wrap it up tonight with a win, or the Reds can force a game 3 if they were to beat the Giants tonight. So let's head out to the Polo Grounds in New York for this one here at Jammin' Sports. There's your lineups, and here we go. Jammin' Sports presents game number 2 of the National League Wildcard between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Reds, live from the Polo Grounds in New York City. Giants took game 1. They can wrap it up tonight with a win. Game 2 of the National League Championship, actually the wild card, up next here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the first inning. Tim Lincecum, the starting pitcher for the Giants. Great to have you aboard on this Wednesday night. Game 2 of the National League wildcard. Barry Larkin, the shortstop, will lead things off for the Reds. Can the Reds force a game 3, or will the Giants wrap things up tonight? In their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch to Larkin. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the first inning, just underway. 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 out for the Reds. Next up, Joe Morgan, the second baseman, and he rips that one foul down the line, strike 1. We're just underway in the top of the first inning. 1 out, bases empty for the Reds. The Giants lead the series 1-0. They can wrap it up tonight. 0-1 pitch by Lincecum. In there for a strike, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch to Morgan. Just inside, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Rips that one foul down the third base line. Count remains at 1-2 to Joe Morgan. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Remains at 1-2. Oh no, coming over the catcher. Joey Bart makes the out. I thought that was going to fall foul, but Bart hustled over and made the out. 2 down for the Reds. And now Pete Rose, the third baseman, will come up next. Yeah, you're right, Evil Dad. Lincecum was incredible during his time, but he faded away quickly. Rose, the third baseman, up next. The first pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Evil Dead in the room, my moderator. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead bringing you the game. 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. Want to give a shout out to all those who watch me on YouTube. I actually get more viewers on YouTube than on Twitch. 2-0 pitch. In their first strike, 2-1. Now I'm on Twitch live. YouTube is after the fact. But still, 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 2-2. It's too much of a pain to stream live on YouTube. 2-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Count remains at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside. Full count to Rose at 3-2 with 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 3-2 pitch. And that's ripped into center field. A base hit. Willie Mays will throw it in for the Giants. A 2-out single for Pete Rose here in the top of the first. We're at the Polo Grounds in New York, where the Giants used to play when they were the New York Giants. I got them in their New York Giant uniforms with the hats and everything. Tony Perez up next. He's the first baseman. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. The Big Red Machine of Cincinnati. And now the 0-1 pitch. In their first strike, 0-2. The Giants won game 1, 2-1 in extra innings. It was in 11 innings. Game 2 here tonight. National League Wildcard. 0-2 pitch. And that's fouled off down the first base line. Count goes 0-2. Gracie's back. Gracie has returned from her long trip to Georgia and other places. There's a shot out to right field. Making the play, Hank Thompson. At the end of a half inning, no score. Here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Polo Grounds in New York. Noodles Hahn. There's a pitching name for you. Noodles Hahn on the mound for the Reds. Let's see if Evil Dead can give me some info on Noodles Hahn. He's the starting pitcher for Cincinnati. Hank Thompson, the right fielder, will lead things off for the Giants. Misty's here as well. Say hi, Misty. There you go. Bottom of the first inning. The pitch by Hahn fouls off. Thompson fouls it off. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count goes to 0-2 to Hank Thompson. Maybe Evil Dead can give us some info on Noodles Hahn, the starting pitcher with a weird name. 0-2 pitch to Thompson. Inside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, bases empty. We're in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Here in game 2 of the National League Wildcard. 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside, got a full count. 3-2 to Hank Thompson. 3-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 1. 1 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the first inning. Next up, Freddie Lindstrom, the third baseman. First pitch outside, 1-0. My favorite historical stadium, the Polo Grounds in New York. Frank George Noodles Hahn, 1899 to whenever. Wonder why they call them Noodles. Probably his pitching delivery. Lindstrom, a base hit into center field. And that'll be a 1-out single for the Giants. What was his record, Evil Dead? Do you know? He didn't pitch long, no. But he's on this game, which means he must have had an impact. I wonder what his record is. Barry Bonds up next. The left fielder, 1 out, runner on first. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. 130 and 94, it's not bad. Yeah, but I was about to say, it's not tremendous. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first base. Lindstrom's at first base for the Giants. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2 to Barry Bonds. We're at the Polo Grounds with its interesting dimensions. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's why you're the director of information. Bonds, big swing, and he strikes out. 2 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the first. And now Willie Mays, the center fielder, will be up next. We're in the National League Wildcard, game number 2, bottom of the first inning. And Willie Mays comes up, 2 outs with a runner on first. Up high, 1-0. Lindstrom's at first base for the Giants. The Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays. And now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. It was a strange career for him. Very short career, though. Down low, 2-1 the count to Willie Mays. And now the 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. Three balls and a strike, 2 outs, runner on first. The pitch by Hahn, and it's fouled off down the first base line. A lot of foul territory here in the Polo Grounds. But it's a short porch to left and right, and it's cavernous in center. Inside, he draws the walk. A 2-out walk for Willie Mays. And now the Giants have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Orlando Cepeda up next. He's the designated hitter. In there for a strike, 0-1. His was a strange career, it really was. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 to Cepeda. And now the 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. Cepeda is either the first baseman or the DH. He alternates with McCovey. We'll find out who's playing first. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 to Cepeda. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. That'll even the count. And now the 2-2 pitch. A blooper out to center field. That's going to drop. Base hit. Coming home. Lindstrom. And he scores. And the Giants take a 1-0 lead. Orlando Cepeda with a 2-out single and an RBI, scoring Freddie Lindstrom. Eric Davis tried to get to it, but not in time. And now Brandon Crawford comes up next. He's the shortstop. In there for a strike, 0-1. Yeah, he was a very strong pitcher. And you're right, he probably just blew out his arm. 2 outs, runners on the corners. The Giants take a 1-0 lead. Big swing and a miss, strike 2 to Crawford. So the Giants strike in the bottom of the first to take a 1-0 lead. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. At the end of one, Orlando Cepeda with a base hit and an RBI. And the Giants take a 1-0 lead here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Polo Grounds in New York. Game 2 of the National League Wildcard. George Foster will lead things off for the Reds, the left fielder. Lincecum still on the mound for the Giants. Top of the second, Giants up 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, make it 2-0. It's in the dirt. One ugly 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. So the big news around here is Gracie is back home after being gone for 3 weeks. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. He had a monster year in '77 with 52 home runs, George Foster. And that might be a base hit. Yes, it is. Down the left field line. Bonds will throw it in. It's a leadoff single for Cincinnati. Oh, Foster was great. Absolutely he was. He was part of the Big Red Machine back in the 70s. I'm really surprised the Reds didn't win more World Series than they did back in the 70s. Johnny Bench, the catcher, up next. They won 2 World Series. They won the 75 series against the Red Sox, and then the 77 series against the Yankees. 0-1 pitch. There goes the runner, and Foster is safe at second base. Stolen base for George Foster. Now the Reds have a runner at second base with nobody out. And Johnny Bench at the plate, the catcher. The count's 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Rips it foul. And now the 0-2 pitch. High in the air, out to center field. Willie Mays getting under it. Makes the play, throws it in. It's deep here at the Polo Grounds, and that allows Foster to get to third base on the sacrifice. Center field is cavernous here in the Polo Grounds, as you can see. Adam Dunn, the DH, up next. And now the Reds with 1 out with a runner on third base. A chance to tie it up. Outside, 1-0. I stand corrected. The Reds beat the Red Sox in 75 and beat the Yankees in 76. I said 77, it was 76. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on third. That's Foster. And now the 1-1 pitch. 2-1. But the Reds were a dominant team in the 70s in the National League. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2 to Adam Dunn. Two-two pitch. And that's nice diving play by Crawford, getting the out. However, Foster scores from third. Going to be a sacrifice for Dunn. Actually, it's not Crawford, it's Jeff Kent. Identified the wrong players. Jeff Kent at second base. But Foster scores from third. We're tied at 1 with 2 outs. Eric Davis, the center fielder. First pitch inside, 1-0. So the Reds tie it up as Foster comes home on the sacrifice. 2 outs, bases empty for Eric Davis. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. You hate how he holds the bat. He had a bit of arrogance to him, Eric Davis did. And now the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Count goes to 1-2 to Davis. We're tied at 1 here in the top of the second inning. National League Wildcard, Game 2. 1-2 pitch, inside, 2-2. It was a thug. The 2-2 pitch, struck him out. At the end of 1.5, we're tied at 1 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Polo Grounds. Willie McCovey up next for the Giants. Now there's a great player right there, Willie McCovey. He's either the DH or the first baseman. Corey's in the house. Good to see you, Corey. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. McCovey takes the first pitch by Hahn for a ball, 1-0. Game 2 of the wild card, National League wild card. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1 to McCovey. The Giants won Game 1, 2-1 in 11 innings. 1-2. He's a. I know, Corey. I know. He's a Hall of Fame player. Evil Dave will put the information back up. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 to Willie McCovey. Yeah, Game 1 was rough. That's right. You were here the other night, weren't you? 1-2 pitch. High in the air. Davis going back in center field. Back. Deep. And makes the play. At about 500 yards deep here at the Polo Grounds. And now Jeff Kent, the second baseman, comes up. 1 out, bases empty. Good to have Corey in the room. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. In there for a strike, 0-1 to Jeff Kent. Oh, 1 pitch. In there for a strike. His real first name was George, I believe. That's what Evil Dead said. Struck him out on 3 pitches. 4 strikeouts for Noodles. Frank George Noodles Hahn. Thank you, Evil Dead. He played from 1898 to 1906. He kind of throws like Kent Tekulve. Remember Kent Tekulve? Back in that era, a lot of pitchers, there were a lot more complete games back then. He most likely was. And now Joey Bart comes up next. He's the catcher for the Giants. There you go, Evil Dead. Counts 0-1 to Bart with 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch, pops it up. Davis in center field, gets under it, and makes the out. At the end of 2 complete, we're tied at 1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 3rd inning here at the Polo Grounds. Frank Robinson up next for the Reds. He's the right fielder. It's popped up, and Cepeda gets under it for the out. So Robinson pops out to first. You're a big Reds and Mariners fan. Yep. The Mariners are playing the Royals also here in the wild card round. Barry Larkin, the shortstop. Outside, 1-0. He was the starter. Thank you, Evil Dead. He sold his mom's homemade chicken noodle soup. On the side in concessions. Popped up to right field. Hank Thompson will make the play for the Giants. 2 down for the Reds here in the top of the third. We're tied at 1. So Larkin flies out to right. And now the second baseman, Joe Morgan, will come up. Nope, they lost to the Royals. There's a shot past the shortstop Crawford into center field. And a 2-out single for Joe Morgan. Ah, I see, Evil Dead. So Joe Morgan gets a 2-out single, and now Pete Rose, the third baseman, will come up. They try to get Morgan at first, but he's safe. Lincecum on the mound. I don't know. That's a good question, Corey. Rose fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. Great tool. And now the 0-1 pitch to Rose. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2. That was the auto mod that checked your message. Rose fouls it off 0-2. That was the auto mod. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2 to Pete Rose with 2 outs and a runner on first base. And now the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be knocked down by the second baseman. And Rose is safe. Morgan moves down to second base. Jeff Kent knocked it down at second, keeping the ball from going into the outfield, and holds Rose to a single, and holds Morgan at second base. So now with 2 outs, the Reds have runners at first and second. The Reds trying to tie up the series tonight. Now Tony Perez, the first baseman, is up. Yep, Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. It counts 1-0 to Perez. He went around. That'll even the count at 1-1. Yeah, that was Grimace. That's right. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. It just might, Corey. It just might. If they can get a base hit, Morgan can come around. He's at second base. The count's 2-1 to Perez. 2-1 pitch. And that's right back to Lincecum. No, the catcher is going to take it. Throws to first for the out. Well, the Reds threaten but don't score. It remains tied at 1 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Polo Grounds in New York. The right fielder, Hank Thompson, will lead things off for the Giants here in the bottom of the third. Noodles still on the mound. Noodles hog. Pitch down low, 1-0. Got a puppy in the room here with me. The 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off down the third base line. And now the 1-1 pitch to Thompson. Big swing and a miss. Goes to 1-2. At 39. Out to left field. Foster runs it down. And it's going to be a leadoff single for Hank Thompson. No. I've been doing this on Twitch since 2020, but mostly football. In fact, we finished our Super Bowl. We finished the current season this past Sunday. We'll start a new football season probably Saturday. Freddie Lindstrom in there for a strike. I've been doing sim seasons with football, though, since the year 2000. Everything else just recently. 0-1 pitch, in there for a strike, 0-2. This is my fourth sim season, postseason with baseball here on Twitch. Count goes to 1-2 on Freddie Lindstrom. I send everything over to YouTube when I'm done. Fouls it off down the line. Count goes to 1-2. I've been doing football sim seasons since 2000, yes. You like the NBA one I have going? The 1-2 pitch, outside, 2-2. Appreciate that, Corey. What part of the country are you from, Corey? 2-2 pitch to Lindstrom. Fouls it off. Well, we're going to see about Madden 24 when it comes out. We weren't too impressed with 23. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. One down for the Giants here in the bottom of the third inning. You live in Louisville. Well, you're right up the road. I live in Nashville. I'm in the Nashville area. Evil Dead lives in New York City, in that area. Now Barry Bonds up next. Yeah, we're neighbors practically. Bonds, the left fielder. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouls it off. No, you can ask Evil Dead. We were tracking Madden 23 because we were noticing some stuff every time we did a sim with 23. It's scripted. 1-2 is now the count to Barry Bonds. And now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 6 strikeouts for Hahn. No, I'm not a big fan. Yeah, it is. And now Willie Mays, the center fielder, counts 1-0. Evil Dead and I were tracking it one night, but we noticed something. When you play enough games, you start noticing things. Yeah, the same scenarios happen. The count now goes to 1-1 to Mays as he fouls it out. Snap throw to first. What I found out was, when you're simming Madden 23, CPU versus CPU. Hold on. They throw to first, Thompson back. There's about 17 different plays. They run in order. Now, the game will jump in somewhere along the 17 play scenario. It might not always start with play number 1. It might start the game with play number 10. But it will go immediately to 11, 12, 13, etc. When it gets to 17, it goes back to 1. Outside, 2-2. But we noticed it was the 17 plays, and we started predicting what the next play was going to be, and sure enough, it happened. Yep, 3-2 now to count to Willie Mays. Yeah, this is only CPU versus CPU. Fouls it off. Full count to Mays with 2 outs, runner on first. 3-2 pitch. It's a walk. I'll give you an example. When you play Madden 23, CPU versus CPU, you're always going to get a play where a receiver catches it on the sideline for about a 2 or 3 yard gain, and then he falls over backward and lands on his butt. It'll happen once every 17 plays. One 0 to count to Orlando Cepeda, the first baseman. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Count now 2-0. Yeah, if you play yourself, it's different. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Right up the middle, a base hit. That's going to score a run. Coming around, the throw home. Not in time. Hank Thompson scores from second base. And the Giants take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the third. Here's what you do, Corey. Here's what you do. Next time you do that, Brandon Crawford's up, by the way. And Crawford is the shortstop. The next time you do 23s, CPU versus CPU, track the plays. You'll see what we're talking about. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 0-2. So the Giants take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the second. With 2 outs, runners on the corners. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. That'll end the inning. However, the Giants with an RBI single take a 2-1 lead here in Game 2 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Polo Grounds in New York. We go to the top of the fourth. Giants up 2-1 over the Reds here in Game 2. George Foster, the left fielder, will come up. Lincecum's still on the mound. Out in there for a strike, 0-1. Was there a blocker? Yes. Every game there was either a block punt or an interception return for touchdown in almost every game. Foster fouls that one off. Count quickly 0-2 to Foster. Usually there's a pick six in the third quarter. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. There'll be a block punt in the first half and a pick six either in the second or third quarter. Up high, 2-2 to Foster. We're in the top of the fourth. The Giants up 2-1. 2-2 pitch. It's a ground ball down the third base line. Lincecum throws to first. Got him, barely. Nice play by Tim Lincecum. And now Johnny Bench will come up, the catcher. Well, there are no perfect games, I understand that. But Madden 23 was I just couldn't deal with it. Outside, 1-0. Because it was predictable. Yeah, well, so did I. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your sliders are. Because it will always be the same plays, one after another. Now, the outcome of those plays might be different. But the basic play is the same. The count's 3-0 to Johnny Bench. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 3-1. We're hoping 24 is better. But that won't be out till August 17th if you pre-order. In there for a strike. Full count now to Bench with 1 out, bases empty here in the top of the fourth. Oh yeah. And Bench draws a walk. A 1 out walk. Yeah, I only finished, it's a 14-week season with the NBA, and I'm just through 3 weeks. We'll start week 4 here soon. Adam Dunn, the DH, comes up. Pops that one up. Third baseman going back. Freddie Lindstrom, and makes the play for out number 2. For the NFL sim season that's coming up, we'll be using Madden 20. We used Madden 19 for 6 seasons, so we're going to try another one. And then we'll swap over to 24 when it comes out. Eric Davis comes up next. Flies one out to center field. Willie Mays coming in. And Mays makes the play. At the end of 3.5, Giants still lead it 2-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Willie McCovey, the DH tonight for the Giants, will lead things off. I did not know that, Evil did. First pitch is a ball to McCovey. Count goes to 1-0. Good crowd here tonight. Game 2 of the National League Wildcard. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Giants up 2-1. In their first strike on McCovey, count goes to 1-1. If the Giants win, they win the series. If the Reds win, we'll have a game 3. In their first strike, 1-2 to McCovey. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. McCovey strikes out for the Giants. One down, bases empty here at the bottom of the 4th. And now the second baseman, Jeff Kent, will come up. Facing Noodles Hahn. Rips it into left field. And that's going to be over Robinson's head. Extra bases. This may be a triple. This could be an in the park home run. Nope. Kent gets a triple. That's how deep the Polo Grounds is. Frank Robinson playing in right field. Or Hank Thompson, I'm sorry. Playing in right field, couldn't get to it. No, I had it right the first time. Frank Robinson. Joey Bart comes up, the catcher. One out, runner on third. It's a ball, count goes to 1-0. Yep, time to get Noodles out of there. Yeah, throw like 87. Yeah, you might want to get him out of there. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Count goes to 1-1 to Joey Bart. Noodles reminds me of Tekulve. 1-1 pitch. And that's fouled off. Count goes to 1-2 to Bart. One out, runner on third. I don't know. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out for out number 2. And that's a big strikeout. So now, the Giants, they need a base hit to score. The runner at third. And now Hank Thompson comes up, the right fielder for the Giants. Yep, 2-seam 87. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. I remember Jimmy Moyer. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of names that are not in this game. In their first strike again, count goes to 0-2 to Thompson. On Seattle, yes. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. They leave the runner stranded at third. Giants still lead it 2-1. We go to the 5th here at Jammin' Sports. Frank Robinson, the right fielder, will lead things off for the Reds. Here in the top of the 5th. Giants up 2-1. Tim Lincecum still on the mound for the Giants. In there for, no, it's a ball, 1-0. I was living in Seattle when the Mariners first got there. Popped it up. Jeff Kent makes the play at second base. 1977, I was still living in Seattle. I got to see some Mariner games at the Kingdome in their inaugural season. Yep. Barry Larkin, the shortstop, comes up now. One out, bases empty. Right down the middle, strike 1. Oh yeah, I use custom sliders and everything. And they're going to call that a foul ball. Count goes to 0-2 on Larkin. Yeah, I use custom sliders and everything. Struck him out for out number 2. Bonds in New York. Now Joe Morgan comes up. Second baseman. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch. Just outside. Count goes to 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the top of the 5th, Giants up 2-1. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr., he and Senior were both great players. 2-1 pitch. I loved it that one season they were both on the same team. 2-2 pitch. Fouls off. No, I used the PS5. I'm not using a PC, I use PS5. Outside, 3-2. All right, go ahead, Evil Dead. Here's our trivia question of the night, brought to you by Evil Dead. Meanwhile, 3-2 count to Morgan. Pitch. Struck him out. At the end of 4.5, Giants lead it 2-1. Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Freddie Lindstrom will lead things off for the Giants. He's the third baseman. Inside, ball 1. Well, that would be Griffey Jr. There's a shot out to center field. Davis is not going to get there. It's a leadoff single for the Giants here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ken Griffey did. It was the home run derby when it was at Camden Yards. There's a YouTube video that shows why it's so hard to hit the warehouse. Next up, Barry Bonds, the first pitch of ball. Count goes to 1-0. There's a really interesting video on YouTube on why nobody has hit the warehouse when it seems like it would be easy to. 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. I mean, they get really in depth on this video, science and all that, with angles and things like that. 2-0 pitch to Bonds, fouls it off into the crowd. Count goes to 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first base for the Giants here in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, he hit it repeatedly in the derby. In there for a strike, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. A grounder right to Perez, looking to turn 2. Yep. And Bonds hits into a double play. A 3-6-3 double play. Perez to Larkin, back to Perez. And the Reds get the double play. 2 down for the Giants here in the bottom of the 5th. Willie Mays, the center fielder, up next, in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and Corey in the house. Corey, our new best friend from Louisville. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Speaking of Louisville, Corey, there's rumors going around that the NBA might expand there. What do you think of that? Outside, 1-2 to Mays. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Count remains at 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch to Mays. And that's a shot right to the second baseman Morgan for the out. At the end of 5 complete, the Giants still lead at 2-1. Here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 6th here in Game 2 of the National League Wildcard. Pete Rose, the third baseman, will lead things off for the Reds, down 2-1. Lincecum still on the mound. Reds takes a big swing, or Rose takes a big swing and misses. Strike one. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Strike two. It's funny you should say that, Evil Dead, because the arena in Louisville is called the KFC Center. No joke. And Rose strikes out. One down for the Reds. Louisville has an arena ready to go. I think what's going to happen in the NBA, they're going to expand to Seattle and Vegas. They'll move New Orleans to the east, and they'll probably force New Orleans to move to Louisville. Tony Perez is up. Counts 1-0, 1 out, bases empty. It's the Polo Grounds where they used to play. I like the Polo Grounds because it's interesting. 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0. Yeah, not down the line, it's not. It's only like 200 feet down the line. And now the 2-0 pitch. Up high, 3-0. Yeah. Well, the Giants moved out to San Francisco. That's why it's gone now. Strangely enough, no one in this series has hit a home run yet. A leadoff walk for Perez on ball 4. Well, not a leadoff walk, a 1-out walk. And now George Foster, the left fielder, will come up next. Giants up 2-1 here in the top of the 6th. Down low, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Foster did not go around. It's high, 3-0. I think Lincecum might be getting tired. You might want to get him out of there. Yeah, you're right, because he's retired for a while. Yep, 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. The Reds have runners at first and second. 1 out. Now Johnny Bench comes up. The Reds are now threatening here in the top of the 6th, down by a run. The catcher Bench will come up. The pitch. He went around, strike one. Tyler Rogers warming up for the Giants. He's one of the all-star players in the game now, Evil Dead. 0-1 pitch, down low, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, knee high, 1-2. Counts 1-2 to Bench. The pitch, up high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Swung and struck him out for out number 2 as Bench goes down swinging. He said something to the Giant catcher. Not sure what he said, but he wasn't happy. But he swung at it. 2 down for the Reds, and Adam Dunn, the DH. In Evil Dead's right, Adam Dunn in his career either hit a homer or struck out. Inside, 1-0. He said bad suck. Now that's funny. 2 outs, runners at first and second. The 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Adam Dunn. Now the 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. The Reds trying to get back in the game, down 2-1. The 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. At the end of 5.5, the Giants still lead at 2-1. Here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Polo Grounds in New York, where the Giants used to play when they were the New York Giants. Game 2 of the National League Wildcard. Giants won Game 1, trying to wrap it up tonight. Reds trying to force a Game 3. Giants lead at 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Orlando Cepeda, the first baseman, comes up. Rips one out to center field. Eric Davis going back and makes the play for out number 1. Yep, the wild card's a best of 3. And now Brandon Crawford comes up. Crawford, the shortstop. The pitch. Ball 1 inside. And now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch to Crawford. Up high. Oh, it's in the strike zone, 2-2. I see that. It's all right. Hit high in the air. Out to right field. Frank Robinson gets under it for the out. I'm surprised nobody's hit a home run yet in this series. As short as it is down the line, both left and right. Willie McCovey, the DH, is up next. 2 outs, bases empty for the Giants here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch by Hahn, and McCovey fouls it off. 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. In their first strike, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Inside. Somebody was high building this park. It was initially a football park and a horse polo park. Struck him out swinging for out number 3. At the end of 6, Giants up 2-1 here at Jammin' Sports. Tyler Rogers comes in to pitch for the Giants here on the top of the 7th inning in Game 2. Giants trying to wrap things up. Eric Davis, the center fielder, will lead things off for Cincinnati. Giants up 2-1. The pitch, another to Colby. Inside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. This guy's not going to last long. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Davis at the plate. 2-0 pitch. Did he go around? No, 3-0. And now the 3-0 pitch to Davis. It's in there for a strike, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Up high in the strike zone, though. 3-2. Full count now to Davis. The pitch by Rogers. Ball 4. That's a leadoff walk for the Reds here in the top of the 7th inning. And now Frank Robinson, the right fielder, comes up next. Nobody out, runner on first base. A chance for the Reds to get back in this. Yep, I think you're right. A shot right to third. Making the play, Pete Rose. It'll be a sacrifice as that moves the runner down to second. Yeah, real life humps. And now Barry Larkin will come up, the shortstop. They throw to second, Davis back in time. Eric Davis in scoring position at second base with 1 out. Inside, 1-0. A base hit would score Davis. He's fast. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Last night, the Phillies beat the Cardinals 2-1 in 10 innings. The Phillies wrap up that series, and the Phillies will take on the Cubs now in the NLDS. 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. The winner of this series will take on the Braves. 2-2 pitch to Larkin. Did he go around? No. Full count to Barry Larkin at 3-2. The pitch by Rogers. Struck him out. Larkin took a big swing. 2 down for the Reds. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, we'll have Game 2 of the Astros and the A's. Joe Morgan, the second baseman, up next. Up high, 1-0. Just one game tonight, and then I have to go work on some rosters for football if I want to get the season started on Saturday. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Eric Davis at second base. Now the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. Joe Morgan, I used to really enjoy his commentary on Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. He was so easy to listen to, and he had such a way where he could really break down the game and make you understand. Down the line, Bonds comes over, not in time. Count remains at 2-2 to Morgan. Of course, Morgan passed away a couple of years ago, but he was a great second baseman. Outside, 3-2. Full count to Joe Morgan. And now the 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. At the end of 6.5. Giants lead at 2-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Second baseman Jeff Kent will lead things off for the Giants. Hahn still on the mound for the Reds. Kent hits one into the night. See ya. He took advantage of the short porch down left field. A solo shot home run. You see how easy it is to hit home runs here down the left and right field. And the Giants go up 3-1. Let's watch this one again. Upper deck shot here at the Polo Grounds. And I think that's it for Noodles. He's gone. Han is gone. Let's see who the Reds bring in next. Giants now lead it by a score of 3-1. Joey Cunell will come in. Cunell. I was listening to the PA guy. He said Cunell. Joel Cunell. Joey Bart, the catcher for the Giants, up next. Nobody out, bases empty. The first pitch is a strike. Count goes to 0-1. We'll start the NFL season Saturday night. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2. It'll be Saturday at 7 Eastern. It'll be the Cardinals and the Saints to kick off Sim Season 32. 0-2 pitch. High in the air. Robinson in right field makes the play for out number 1. One down for the Giants here in the 7th. At the Polo Grounds in New York. Hank Thompson, the right fielder for the Giants, up next. One out, bases empty. We'll have Game 2 of the A's and the Astros tomorrow, and Game 2 of the Royals-Mariners on Friday. Inside, 1-0. If there's any Game 3s, we'll have those Saturday before football. Lucas Sims and Ian Gabal warming up. The 1-0 pitch to Thompson. In there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1 to Hank Thompson. One out, bases empty. Here in the bottom of the 7th, the Giants up 3-1. Giants trying to wrap up this best of 3. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. The division series is a best of 5, the championship a best of 7, and the World Series a best of 7. Fouls it down the line. Counts it 2-2 to Hank Thompson. And now the 2-2 pitch. Thompson hits one to right. Another solo shot home run. Taking advantage of the short porch. And the Giants go up 4-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's watch this one again. It didn't have to go far. Not here at the Polo Grounds. So the Giants take a 4-1 lead. Freddie Lindstrom up next, the third baseman. On the inside corner, 0-1. Giants up 4-1. 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. If the Giants win, they wrap up the series, and then they'll take on the Braves in the ALDS. A shot. Morgan knocks it down at second. Throws to first, not in time. Lindstrom is safe. That'll be an infield single. Yep, base hit. Morgan did a great job keeping that ball from going into right field. So now with one out, the Giants with a runner on first, and Barry Bonds comes up. Outside, 1-0.
Okay.
The Giants are wearing NY hats since we're in New York. The 1-0 pitch to Bonds. Inside, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. He went around, 2-1. It'd be crazy playing in the outfield at this stadium. Probably drove outfielders nuts. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Unless you're used to it. I can imagine visiting outfielders didn't like this stadium much. 3-1 pitch. And Bonds will draw the walk. A 1-out walk, and now the Giants have runners at first and second with 1 out. And now we have a new pitcher coming in, Ian Gabal. Gabote. I listened to the PA guy, Gabote. Willie Mays, the center fielder, will come up with 1 out, runners at first and second. Gabote on the mound for the Reds. Giants up 4-1, having a big 7th inning. Outside, on the corner, 0-1. That was a strike. Now the 0-1 pitch to Mays. He went around, strike 2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Outside. Count goes 1-2 of Willie Mays. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners at first and second. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. Full count to Mays. Gabote on the mound. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Full count to Willie Mays. And now the 3-2 pitch. Outside, he draws the walk. Bases loaded for the Giants with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First baseman Orlando Cepeda up next for the Giants. He can break this one wide open. The pitch by Gabote. Outside, 1-0. A walk will score a run. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. The 1-1 pitch to Cepeda. That's a shot out to right field, and making the play is Robinson. That's going to score a run, though. It'll be a sac fly. Lindstrom scores for the Giants, and they take a 5-0 or 5-1 lead. And now the Giants have runners at first and third with 2 outs, and Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, will come up next. Outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1. Brandon Crawford, the shortstop. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Ian Gabote. Here's the pitch. Up high, but in the strike zone, 2-2. That was shoulder high strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and third. 2-2 pitch. Inside, but he swung at it. And that'll end the inning. However, the Giants, they score 3 runs and take a 5-1 lead here at Chapman Sports. Logan Webb will come in to pitch for the Giants here in the top of the 8th inning. Pete Rose, the third baseman, will lead things off for the Reds here in the top of the 8th. Giants up 5-1, trying to wrap up the series. The pitch by Webb. A shot right to the third baseman, Lindstrom. Rose lines out to third, 1 down. Lindstrom hardly had to move. 1 down, bases empty. And now, Tony Perez will come up, the first baseman. The pitch. Down low, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count. 3-2 to Tony Perez. 1 out, bases empty. 3-2 pitch. It's a shot. Right to third. Lindstrom makes the play for the out. 2 down for the Reds here in the top of the 8th. George Foster, the left fielder, up next. Two outs, bases empty. The pitch by Webb. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Foster took a big swing. Strike 2. The count goes to 0-2 with 2 outs. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2.
1 ball, 3 strikes.
And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Tomorrow night, Game 2, Astros-A's, 8 o'clock Eastern. 2-2 pitch. A shot right to the first baseman. Cepeda makes the out himself at the end of 7.5. Giants up 5-1. Jammin' Sports. Lucas Sims will come in to pitch for the Reds here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Giants will be looking to get some insurance runs. They're up 5-1. Here at the Polo Grounds in New York, the DH, Willie McCovey, will step up. The pitch by Sims. In there for a strike, 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Giants up 5-1. 0-1 pitch. High. He swung at it. Strike 2. Count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. A ground ball right back to Sims. He'll throw to first for the out. So McCovey grounds out to the pitcher for out number 1. Jeff Kent, the second baseman, up next. 1 out, bases empty. Giants up 5-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Lucas Sims The pitch. Up high, 1-0. Giants lead the series 1-0. It's a best of 3. They can wrap it up tonight with a win. The 1-0 pitch. Ripped right to third. Rose picks it up. Throws to first for the out. 2 down. And now the catcher, Joey Bart, will come up for the Giants with 2 outs, bases empty here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch. In there for a strike, going home. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. One-two pitch. Outside, 2-2. Evens the count with 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off down the first base line. Out of play. Count remains at 2-2. Robinson tried to get over, couldn't get to it. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 8, Giants up 5-1. We go to the 9th here at Chapman Sports. We go to the 9th inning. The Reds have to score 4 to keep the game going, 5 to take the lead, or the Giants win the series and will advance to take on the Atlanta Braves. Johnny Bench will lead things off. The catcher takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Logan Webb still on the mound for the Giants. Reds down to the last 3 outs. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Well, that's the way the wild card is set up. I have to agree with you. I wish it was a best of 5 at least. You're right. Fouls it off down the line. Count goes to 1-2 to Bench. I like to see the wild card be best of 5 at least. And now the 1-2 pitch. Ripped it right to the second baseman. Jeff Kent snags it out of the air for out number 1. And now the DH, Adam Dunn, comes up. 1 out, bases empty. Reds down to the last 2 outs. Inside, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases empty. Giants up 5-1. And Dunn fouls it off. That'll even the count. Actually, no, the count goes to 2-1 to Adam Dunn. Now the 2-1 pitch. Right to the third baseman, Lindstrom, for the out. Dunn grounds out to third. Freddie Lindstrom makes the play. The Reds are down to the last out. 2 down. Bases empty. And Eric Davis, the center fielder, comes up. Davis fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. The Giants are 2 strikes away from advancing and playing the Braves. 0-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. 0-2. Reds are down to the last strike. And now the 0-2 pitch to Eric Davis. Swung and struck him out. The Giants win the National League wild card, 2-0 over the Reds, with a 5-1 win in Game 2. The Giants will advance to take on the Atlanta Braves in the National League Division Series. Your final score, the Giants 5, the Reds 1. Giants win the series 2-0. Tomorrow night, join us for Game 2 of the Houston Astros and the Oakland A's. The A's lead that series 1-0. That game will be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, right here at Jammin' Sports. Until then, good night, everybody.